What's up, compadres? My name is Octavion, and today we are talking about the difference between a credit card and a debit card, right? And this is a common question that people ask, especially younger people, because they typically never really had the experience of uh, really having a credit card for the most part. So this is like an opportunity where people can actually have both and determine like which one is better for them and their usage, right? So if you like this content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the video, to the channel. And if you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, where I'll be posting videos every Thursday and every Sunday. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So debit cards we'll address first, right? So debit cards are cards specific to a certain bank, and they deduct funds that you already have attached to your bank account. So if you have a bank account, if you don't, you can go into whatever bank, set up if likely a student, set up a student banking account. Or actually, you can just set up a regular bank account. It's not really a student one. Just set up a bank account. Some places they offer a student bank account where then they don't charge you no fee for like them holding your money, like some banks do, which is stupid, but it is what it is. You can go to a bank, get a banking account, and put money into it, and then when you have your debit card is a direct line of money from your bank account. So whatever you use your debit card on, it's taking that straight from your bank account. All good, right? And then a credit card is a line of debt that you get from banks, and this allows you to pay for purchases with debt, saying that you're going to pay this back at some point, and it allows you a lot more freedom to spend as far as like purchases that you can make. Now, don't get it twisted. You do have to pay this back. It's not like this endless spree of money that you can have. You actually do have to pay all this money back, but it allows you a lot more leeway. You have to pay it back at the end of the month or at the end of your billing cycle. So then it allows you a lot more leeway. So then you are able to pay for something now, and then pay for something now with the credit card, and then later on you can pay for it through your bank account, and have it worked out like that. So that's pretty much the main difference between them. As far as like their general, like what they are. As far as how you use them the same way. Debit cards can be used as credit at most merchants. Some merchants that can be, and they require a PIN sometimes at those merchants where you can't use it. Credit cards, they always just use credit, so you just swipe and go. They don't really have pens, but they both have like 16-digit numbers. They both have like expiration date on the back. They both will have your name on it. Both have like a security code, like all that. They look pretty much the same. They don't really look too different, except for sometimes like the they look pretty much the same. They look pretty much the same. So you may get like a cool one that like has a cool design. Me personally, I think credit cards got cooler designs than the banks, but I mean, that's just me. But some banks got some cool designs too, so I don't know. I typically like look at credit cards more, but that's just me, right? Regarding the actual like benefits of both and the pros and cons of them, I think I like credit cards more because of why, and I think it's like the usage of them more as well, because there's a lot more benefits to using a credit card than a debit card, and these are the benefits. One is the protections. Credit cards provide you a lot more security and a lot more protections than debit cards. Credit cards typically allow you like travel protections when you travel. Depending on what credit card you get, credit cards typically allow for if you buy items, they online or whatever, they have like this liability insurance, and they allow you to send stuff back, and they handle claims with the merchant themselves, and you end up getting that credit right back to you. So you end up getting some kind of leeway with that, and it's a lot better in that favor. And you can dispute charges a lot easier with a credit card versus a debit card. You get a longer time window for fraudulent charges. If someone steals your card and uses it, you get a longer time window. You may get 30 days possibly for your usage for the credit card, versus a debit card is usually about 48 hours before that you have to report it. Otherwise, then you may not be able to get your money back. And also debit cards are harder to cancel. So if you do have a fraudulent charge, it's like, I know for credit cards, a lot of credit cards that you can just cancel it right through the app, go on there, bang, canceled. But for debit cards, it may be a little harder. I know some of the debit cards you can cancel through the app, but it's a little bit longer process than just immediately like through the credit card. So that, I think, like, credit cards are just safer in general. They have more encryption as well through their software for credit card companies. So it's just a lot safer in using it in different purchases. It provides you more protection, and you don't have to necessarily worry as much as using a debit card. Also, I would say for a debit card versus a credit card, that a credit card also provides you pros to actually spending, right? So you make these daily purchases, whatever you do casually, like, you can get rewards for these purchases. So these kinds of purchases, you may make purchases at restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, whatever, everyday purchases. Credit cards usually have incentives. They can give you rewards for travel, they can give you cash back benefits, they can give you kinds of benefits that will they give you benefits for like good grades. Like, there's so many, and then they can give you like access to, like, if you have like a travel credit card, you get access to like a certain number of miles, and you get certain number, like, access to these different like VIP rooms and stuff. Like, there's a lot more benefits for using a credit card than a debit card. Like, you can get, like, there's pros to using a credit card because there's rewards for it. For a debit card, there's no rewards. You're just taking it out of your bank, and then, like, you just see a decreased amount in your bank account. Like, that's sad. You just have a sad face. Like, it ain't cool. It ain't no plus. At least you didn't like at least get something for after you had to make this purchase for gas or whatever. Like, yeah. So that's why I also like your credit cards, because you end up getting at least something back. And then if you use your credit card strategically, then of course you can end up getting the most back for what you're spending, and end up getting like great benefits and getting more from the card than you actually may bargain for, right? Also, faster credit cards, a lot of them don't have an annual fee. I would recommend no annual fee cards, and I would recommend to always pay those credit cards in full at the end of the month. Pay the full balance. Don't spend money on the credit card that you don't have. It's, like I said, it's not like a free, like, random money. You do have to pay it back. So only spend money that you know you will have, or know that you do have, and use it responsibly, because that kind of debt is take a toll on you. And will move me on to my next point, which it helps your credit score if you use it correctly. If you pay in full every month, if you don't go about 30%, if your credit utilization is less than 30%, you will likely continue to build your credit score and serve that purpose. So, like, that is a great benefit that I find in credit cards, because, like, it actually has that purpose of building your credit score, because your credit score is super important. It allows you to get car loans, allows you to put down for a mortgage, finance things. It's just beneficial. Like, having a good credit score is just beneficial for you in life, you know. So I definitely recommend it. It helps you, like, get paid, like, it helps you rent places, and determines, like, can possibly determine, like, your down payment, or it's not down payment, your security deposit. Like, it can help you determine that. For the realtor, like, they'll determine how much it is. It's like a whole bunch of benefits, like how that credit score affects what you can and can't do, and so I think it's definitely like prominent to use a credit card and use it wisely in order to build that credit score up. And what better way to do it now, right? You're young, you learn about credit, and doing so wisely, doing so and doing so from like a very responsible standpoint is going to help you so much in the future, and it's going to put you ahead of others that chose not to either get credit, and they wanted to get credit maybe after they graduated, or when they built the credit, or the people that got the credit and destroyed it because they was running around swiping, buying everything, and they wasn't paying it back, or trying to pay like the minimum balance, and they got these crazy interest rates. Don't pay interest rates. That's a whole nother tangent. Don't pay interest rates for credit cards. They be crazy, like 20-some% interest, and that stuff be compounded, and don't do that. Don't do that, because you'll be in a cycle of debt. Don't do that. Don't hurt yourself like that. That's terrible. Definitely try to avoid that debt at all costs. If you don't got it, don't spend it. That's the motto. Like, if you don't got it, don't spend it. Just that simple. So that's pretty much that. So those are like the three main things: the fact that it builds your credit score, the fact that you get benefits for actually spending on that specific card, and the fact that it gives you more protections is why I think the credit card is better than the debit card as far as usages. Of course, I recommend you have a bank account and you have a debit card, but you don't necessarily need one if you're like spending all your things on credit. But I would still recommend having a debit card, because in some cases, like, there's still like weird places that may not accept credit, or if you used a lot of your credit utilization for the month on a purchase, on some purchases, and you don't want to go above that 30% window, you still have a debit card where it'll take straight off your bank, and you're good. You can just pay with that because you know you got it in there. You balling like that. So that's the difference between the credit card and the debit card. But I think that for me, the credit card wins out if there was an actual battle. But debit cards are still very useful and reliable sources to make transactions or whatever. So definitely make sure you have those ready in case there's a situation. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And yeah, I'll catch y'all. Peace.